affections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light beams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dream. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light beams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Oh, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away.
Well, gosh, by gum, by golly, looks like it's time for mistletoe and you know what. That's right, it's Christmas in July, and I waited long enough, didn't I? It's the last day of July, and hopefully before midnight on this last day of July, this video will be up and running. Merry Christmas, 6 months early, everybody. You know, I have to tell you, the month ran away from me, and I will admit that none of this is listed in the old curiosity shop yet, but it is all for sale, and it's going to be in the old curiosity shop by the end of the weekend or Monday at the end of business at the latest. Now again, I don't know when you're going to watch this video, but this is Friday, July 31st. I'll be listing these things on Saturday and finishing up. If I don't get it finished Saturday, I'll finish up on Monday, and everything will be up for auction for 7 days. But you know what? Listen, we need the good news of Christmas right now, and there's nothing here on this counter that depicts the real meaning of Christmas. Shame on me, but I will tell you this. You don't have to wait until December 25th to experience the good news of Christmas. It's available to us every single day of the year. Hey, the Christmas decorations here are fun, and I'm going to enjoy showing them to you, and I hope they bring back wonderful memories. And so go pour yourself some hot chocolate and let's see what's what. And listen, I've got 4 or 5 more boxes. This just scratches the surface. So maybe we'll have to do Christmas in August and September and October as well. I'm so glad you tuned in, and I hope you're well wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Down here on the counter, right in the front, are 3 little homemade push-pin ornaments. Very collectible. And very difficult to make if you've ever done this yourself. Ouch! Invest in a thimble. There's one little Holt Howard shaker for salt, but since we're missing pepper, let's just call him Sugar. How about that? So there he is, Japan, and he's marked Holt Howard on the bottom, and I think he's dated right there. Would that be 1950 or 1960? I can't see. One or the other, but he's mid-century and in good shape. And then a cute little mouse back here. These are all going to be made in Japan ornaments. And of course, as you know, they're bendable. Some of them have little made in Japan stickers on them and some don't. But he's all dressed up for Christmas. I guess he is supposed to be the mouse that wasn't stirring on the night before Christmas, but he looks wide awake to me. A little knee hugger over here who overdid it with the blue eyeshadow, but it's the festive season, so why not? Alright, I don't see a little sticker on his bum, but that's what he is, made in Japan. Cute. And right out front, look at this, a wonderful little elf or pixie, whatever you like to call them, made of ceramic, and he's got the cold painted red paint with the typical little bit of loss we always see. But I love his pearlescent face. I don't think I've ever seen one before, and I don't think that his face was painted and the paint was washed off. I don't have any reason to think that. I think he might be original that way. Notice that pearlescent color that we see in the beautiful glaze. Okay, and he's not broken at all. Very pensive. And back here is an adorable little plastic Santa. Santa. Woo, it is a heat wave, isn't it? It's fried my brain. Here's a cute little Frosty the Snowman in hard plastic, which puts him sometime probably in the 1950s. A little place up there to hang him on your tree. And I'm not really sure whether he was not a light up ornament at all, but there might have been a candy cane in there. This might have been a little candy container. So perhaps a candy cane stuck down in there, or you could put anything in there, a little bottle brush tree, some toothpicks. I'd put a candy cane in it. That was a great find, that little guy right there. Alright, there's that beautiful, you know, I almost want to keep this for myself, but I've shown it to you so many times, and we'll pass it on to someone else's home who will enjoy it. Look how pretty it is with the pine cones, beautifully painted with gold here around the edge that's wearing off just a little bit. Turn it upside down, I forget. This may be German made, I can't remember, or is it Nortaki? No, it's definitely German. It's RS Prussia right there, or RS Germany rather. I think you can see that. RS Germany. Completely hand painted, beautiful green color. Not a chip or a scratch or a crack on it. What would you do? Would you put nuts in it, or pine cones, or, oh, snowflakes? That's really pretty. Here's a festive elephant to be hung somewhere on your tree. And he's a little all new materials made in Japan. So he's after the war sometime. Probably the 50s. Here is the Westmoreland glass candy container. Now this is, or candy dish. This is all glass and it is pink. We can see Santa riding into town on this. And he's in really good condition. There's no damage on it. It's not very large. So perfect for just a few little pieces of Christmas candy. That, by the way, is not a crack that you see down there. We've often talked about inclusions and straw marks and different types of imperfections in glass. And although that may look like a crack to you, I'll try to get you to see a little bit better on the inside that it is not a crack. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, did you hear my knees pop? Let's see here. Well, I can't really get a good angle here to show you. You'll just, I guess, have to take my word for it. There's the WG for Westmoreland glass on the bottom. Okay, let's put this back down because I don't want to drop it. Very nice. A few more knee huggers. Well, one more anyway, with sort of the soft, squeezable face. Okay, he's going to be a made in Japan. And an old-timey cookie cutter for a Christmas tree. I'm not always good at dating these. I know when they have the little handles on them, it's helpful if you can find a handle that's red or green. It's easier to date. But you kitchen collectible folks will have to help me out with that. In terms of the age on this. I believe it to be an old one, but I'm not certain about that. I find this set of Hazel Atlas glasses quite often. They say Merry Christmas. And let's see, CCC on the bottom for Continental Can Company. And that puts these after they bought Hazel Atlas, which they purchased in the 1950s. So there's 4 of those glasses, 4 little tumblers, and they're crystal clear, no dishwasher damage. There's the other 2 back there. And then a little flocked boot with some chenille candy canes and some mercury beads. Uh-oh, now he's been in the eggnog now. Come on now. We had a discussion about that earlier. There you go. Okay. So there we go, a little boot there, probably a Japan piece as well. All of that good vintageness. You probably saw this head last Christmas, I just didn't sell it. He is broken off of something, but he's got a huge glitter covered hat, as we can see. And we'll get him out of there. So there's his little face, little cotton beard. And this thing you can see is plastic, and it did break off of something larger, probably a larger type of a Santa Claus body. It will not, in case you were wondering, it will not stand up. It wasn't meant to stand up, as I said, because it was on something else. So you'll have to decide what you want to do with that. But I think the possibilities are endless. I'm going to have several boxes of Mercury ornaments, and let's see, these are Fantasia brand. I don't know whether or not you can see that on the back. Fantasia brand. Notice how the Christmas tree graphic on these tumblers is almost identical to the trees there. Very 1950s. That box is full of blue. And another box back there full of red. Here's a big spaghetti Santa Claus. Now he's not chipped, but he does have a significant crack on the back of him. But I don't often find them in this large size, a very generous size. And there's usually damage on these because of all of this, what they call spaghetti decoration I'll give you a good look at him. He's really in good cosmetic shape with just a little bit of paint loss to him. And then, of course, back here we can fill him with candy canes. Alright, there's more loss on the back. I'm not sure what happened to the back of his head. I guess he fell asleep in his lounge chair. But you'll see here we have a significant stress crack here. Here. And another decent crack right here. Now, it's sound, in other words, it's not getting ready to fall off, but certainly when I thump it, I do hear that rattle that you don't like to hear. So it's definitely cracked, and it's more than just a surface crack. I certainly wouldn't put water in this, but I'm not really worried about it falling apart. So we have to just take him as we find him. But I could not pass this guy by because I love how large he is. And other than that crack back there, I think he's in good condition and certainly has still got a lot of life left in him. Another elf with another one of those soft, well, actually his head is not that soft. He has some stars on his helmet. Okay, and he looks like he hasn't been told that we're not supposed to be running around hugging people, but it's Christmas time. Let's have a hug. Give him a hug. There you go. Look at that. That's sweet. All right, don't worry. We're going to be hugging each other by Christmas time. I feel it in my bones. Let's get this virus thing out of here so we can hug each other again. Come on, stand back up. There you go. All right, that's everything over there. And look at this big, I've never seen this before. It looks like a Japanese ginger jar. It's blinking away. It is a homemade ceramic piece. The top comes off. We can look down inside. The inside is painted red. And look how special it is. It's blinking. So you ought to see it with the lights off. I'll take pictures of it with the lights off when it's lit up, and you don't have to have it blinking. But it puts these wonderful poinsettia shadows all over the wall. And it just looks fantastic at night with the lights out. And this is a great big huge, that's over 1 foot tall, and there's no damage on it. Just one of those old homemade ceramic pieces, but I've never seen it before. We won't start this playing. It's a music box that spins. Well, maybe we will. Come on, let's go ahead and give you the full effect. It does play Silent Night. Well, we'll do that at the end. And it is in good condition. And I would date this somewhere from, the 1960s. It is German. We can see here German and Anderson Incorporated is what it says on the bottom. And then Japan. So I'm going to guess that the music box is German and the Christmas tree is probably Japanese. A set of glasses that I've never found before. I absolutely love them. And are they Libby? I want to say they're Libby, and they certainly are. So there's 4 of them with a wonderful winter scene. Okay, here comes the horse and buggy. Let's get it where we can see it. Okay, there's the farm in the back. And here comes Granny. I don't know what she's got in her sled there, but she's hauling something. Coming to the old home place. I'll be home for Christmas. And then Uncle Zed, who lives up the lane there, has got a nice warm fire going. I love these. Very 1950s looking. And they're in excellent condition, and there are 4 of them that have those scenes painted on them. There's another box of Christmas ornaments back there, and a little bit of a different box than we saw earlier. But still very much from the era of the 50s. And then a little crocheted Santa up here. This is charming because It reminds me of the Christmas bazaars in the churches back in the 1970s when I was a boy. And my grandmother would give me $1 that I could spend, and one of the old church ladies would make something like this and probably sell it for 10 cents. It's just quaint. It brings back memories. It's a sweet little homemade crocheted Santa Claus with a styrofoam ball on the inside. Really charming. And I will now back up and let you see it all. Come on, get back up there, Mr. Elephant. It's not Christmas Eve yet. Okay, he doesn't really... Oh, that's okay. Just don't burn yourself, dear. There we go. Well, there it is, everyone. I'm going to wind that musical Christmas tree up there and let you hear it. Well, that's it, everyone. This is Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying Merry Christmas 6 months early, and I can't wait until 6 months from now when I can say Merry Christmas to you once again. Thanks for tuning in. So long for now.